Alright, I think we're good. Turn that down a bit. So double bishop mate. Two attacking bishops on adjacent diagonals deliver mate to a king obstructed by friendly pieces. I think this one, just this. Check. Actually. Check there, maybe? Forces the pawn to take, and then this. I guess this is met with this, and then that allows him to run away. See how long it takes to blast through 100 of these. I feel like we have to get rid of this pawn, right? Isn't that just mate? This doesn't do anything. I guess check. Take that he takes, which opens this. Then I can't get to that. By checking with the bishop, you can go anywhere. Alright, so if I do that, he has to move over. So check, king moves over, but then if I do this, queen just takes. No way to get rid of that if I don't do it though. Check king there, then how do I get rid of the queen? I can't do that first. Okay. King does what? And if we let the king go to there, not really ideal. If I do this, the rook can take. So then this isn't hanging. Got check. Doesn't seem to help. Check. Bishop has to take. And then we can come in. That was a clever one. Quite warm in here. So white to move. That's back up. Check. Rook takes. Check. King over. can trade off a rook here as well because they're doubled. Check, rook takes. Check, takes, check, rook comes back maybe. No, rook can't come back. So the rook's pinned now. So if check, he takes. Check. He has to block with the bishop, right? But then my rook is on the... Was that the 8th? What? Or the 8th rank. I can't take that anymore. Check. Look, I have to take first. I don't really see how it's forced. Check. The king goes back. Check takes. Check. No, he's still safe after that. Bishop goes down. I could then attack here because it's pinned, but this is way harder than Bowden's mate so far. So if the king comes here, this isn't mate because he can then take the bishop. I don't see how to follow on from that. Rook takes isn't check. Check takes, check. Blocks with the bishop. If I take and the king comes there, I can check him again, but you just go there, right? It's 2,500. I knew he had to go over there, but I don't really see how after the bishop takes. Can't just go there. Kind of weird you don't get analysis on this site. I guess if he goes there, that's mate. Yeah. So I was just calculating rook up. If we trade off the rooks, then this isn't defended, but bishop can come in. Check, check. All we've got. If I do this, we don't really want to move that pawn, do we? We just want a bishop on this square. So I guess it doesn't matter. We just don't want a pawn here. So this check doesn't matter what he takes with, because then this can come down and that's mate. We don't want to go there because the pawn blocks this bishop. Huh. It looks like you want to take this. It's a problem because this queen's still there. There's two defenders on this piece. So check there, maybe. Only thing they can do is use the bishop to take, and then we take the bishop. I think I'd be way too scared to do something like that in a real game. Just never see it. Check. Has to block, and then check. Hmm. We got check, check, check. And that's it. Obviously, bishop can't go there first because he just gets taken. So if this, what? Ah, if this king goes there, check, takes. We take back. I don't see any way to dispute that. Nice. Check, king over. Check, takes, and take back. Don't go there because the king can take. Check. All we can do is block, and then we just take. That's a 1000 rated puzzle. That is by far the lowest one I've seen since I started doing this. Check, takes, check. Blocks, take. Don't want to do that because it gives him options. So from 1000 up to 2200. Quite the swing. Check, takes, check. King can still go there. Check, king can still go there. Mate in one. I don't think taking is the way to go. We don't want to pull the king out. So this check pulls him to there. Check, he can just go back. We need to move the bishop. This check pulls the bishop down. Check, bishop down, check. King there, check. King can still go back. Skip. Check, bishop there, check. Bishop can just come back. This check doesn't work. Can't force that, no matter which way he goes. I don't see how it could possibly be that, because both checks then can be taken even by the king. I feel like it has to be that. Check takes. Maybe it has to be that, because we have to prevent him coming back. Check, blocks, and the option. Actually, he can block with that. Check. Okay. Check, blocks. And take, which forces that. And then that's mate. So I think that's the move. So if this, and he takes there, and he blocks there, what do we do? It only works if he blocks with this first. Can't really get rid of that. Take, the king just moves over and we're back where we were before. That's pinned now. Does that help us? I don't really think so. Check, king takes, check. And just goes back. Perfectly safe. Check. Blocks again. This is the only other check we've got. I don't want to sack a bishop. We'll need both for this mate. Everything has to be a check because this is coming. Check, check, check. That's all we've got. Can rule that out. So it has to be a queen move. If takes, the only option is to take back. Can't do anything else. If he takes back, I don't see a way to mate him. If that check and he goes there, this check just gets taken. No check here because the bishop, obviously. This, and he goes back. Still don't have anything to, well, back there. Still can't hit the dark square. If this and he goes there, I mean, I can perpetual him. Does that, we can just go back and forth, get a draw. Which I think would be fine based on the circumstance here. That's not quite made in one. Made in two. Dovetail? I guess he doesn't have to do that. But then I can escape, so it is two. If we go there and he does this, that's mate. If we go there and he does this, we have perpetual and that's it. There. If I take with check, can't take back. Means he just goes here and we can't attack him again. So he just doesn't want the perpetual. That's pinned now. Hmm. This, and he just blocks. $1,100. 1,400. I'm trying to push him back there. I don't think so, because then he can just cover up. So this check doesn't work. This one, I mean, he can just block, so not really check on that rank. So check, check, check. This just loses our bishop, so we can remove that. I check him there. I feel like this seems more promising. So if this only move is that, then this check he blocks. But then if I sack the queen and he takes, I still can't take back. If this check, can't be here, can't be there. There or there. Neither really helps because this check can't ever happen. Also this, king back. Check though. I don't know if I'm missing one. Even if we do this and then sack the queen like that, pawn up doesn't help. Still can't hit him with the dark square. Check. Pawn comes up. Queen takes, other pawn comes up. It's a dead end. I'm really not seeing it. What if this check? Check, bishop takes. And then that's mate. Jesus. 2,500? The swings are ridiculous. 2,500, 1,100. How do we get rid of him? Check. Check, takes, check, blocks, and then mate. Check. King over. Check. Bishop takes. Now we take. We're in check. It's just a block with a discovered check, right? Then goes back and we take. Move. Check. No. Check. This is forced. This can happen. Sure. Block with the pawn for no reason. So not just mate in one. Check. Bishop has to move. Check. So check, takes, check, blocks, and then mate. Check, blocks, take. Ah. This, knight takes, and then mate. Check, blocks, and then mate. The easy ones here are very easy, and the hard ones are crazy hard. There's no in between. This doesn't work. That is mate, but it's not. That's Bowden's mate, if I do that. Oh. I think mating with the two bishops in a game would be super satisfying. Be pretty happy with that. It's not what we want. I need to either move this guy. Can't really. Check king just takes. If I do this, it's not check. We can just start trying to go for a draw. Although he's up a lot of materials, so would he? So he didn't. This takes, takes, takes. Still doesn't work for us. This bishop can never be there safely. There. The problem is, even if I have this guy on this diagonal, king will be able to go back here. I can't really rotate him around to this diagonal very quickly, at least. This will just be met with that. Really not seeing it. This is the only two checks we've got. This one is mate, but it's not the mate we want. This one just loses the bishop. Headphones messing around. 1, 2. Just making sure the noise cancelling's working. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. It's not double bishop mate. Perpendicular, right? Fine, we'll take it. Not happy about it though. Check blocks, check. That's it. How does this work? Okay. Just takes, check, just takes. This check doesn't... Maybe check, bishop down. I don't see how that works either. This can't just take. Just gets taken. Head. Okay, that doesn't work either. Doesn't really seem to do anything for us. If we could leave the queen there and then put the bishop there, it would be good. I have no way to force that off the square. If the king takes here, it still doesn't really work for us. I don't see a way to threaten mate in 1 either. That threatens mate in 1 with this. So he takes. Check there, bishop down, then mate. What else can he do if I do that? I 'Cause- 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 'Cause Here's that check. Check, king there, and then mate. Well, not quite there and then mate. So threatening mate, is that enough if he can force it? Check, king there, check, king there and mate. If he has one turn, he can mate me. Why would he respond to this? Check, king up, check, king back. No, just knight takes. Oh. Check, 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 check. That's all we've got, right? So going here doesn't do anything. He doesn't have to block, he can just take. No good. Going there, he can take with that. Or that. Neither really helps. I don't think this does anything for us. This queen is a real pain in the ass. Can't threaten the queen either. Gets taken. Can't threaten anything because of the mate threat he has. If I do that, he's forced to take. He's not going to try anything else weird. The fact that he has mate, if I move the rook, makes me wonder if I can threaten without moving the rook. I don't really have anything else. This just gets taken. Can't reroute this bishop anywhere. Still just controls the diagonal. That seems like my best bet to threaten that. But it's just too slow. I guess I'm just going to have to do it because I can't see anything else, but in his position he can force this. But why? These players are 2000 rated and they didn't just go for mate in one, playing reactive. Threaten mate in one. I kind of move pieces. I don't like that. Check. Okay, because it's not forced. If the king goes here, it takes him 2 turns. I only looked at if the king goes here. He has forced. So check king down, queen down, mate. Okay. Fair enough. What's up, Art? Alex? Proved myself wrong eventually. Doing the only thing that made sense. Black to move. This is just mate, right? Check blocks, mate. Particularly good for us. This gets met with that. Check. Blocks and mate. It's a good move regardless. Checkmate's a bonus. Got Ramenstein on my playlist. I think it's all German. I don't understand any of it. Let's mate if this is gone. But it's pinned is the point. So rook has to go here. No, rook has to go here. Rook here, he can just take the bishop. So rook there blocking the bishop. And then discovered mate. We'll jump and we'll take. Yep, working on it. Although they threw in a Boden's mate in the middle of it. Kind of threw me off. Check. Doesn't work because of this. So check takes mate. White to move. What we want, right? So check takes, check blocks mate. Check. 1200. Check takes, check. Doesn't quite work because he can block and guard. So check, drag the knight down there, and then mate. (2001). Queen being there is annoying. Got check and check. If this king has to move. So check king over, check, bishop comes down, and then we take back. Check blocks mate. Mate in one. Blocks and we take, and that's it. Guess it's good, as Laz was saying, for pattern recognition to do it quickly, but it's definitely more satisfying when it's a bit harder. You basically see it straight away, you just need to prove yourself wrong. So this, and then that. blocks. This certainly sped up. We've had like 3 that have really stumped me, and then 45 that have been freebies. Need the dark square to come over. Need to get rid of that. So that's 50. 47 minutes apparently. So I must have spent a long time on the ones that had me stumped. So he's there. Is this Bowden's mate again? Like, yes, it's 2 bishops, but they're not on adjacent diagonals. Black to move. What is going on here? Mate in 1. Come on now. Black to move. This. Definitely should have looked into getting a clicker instead of just writing it all down. Check blocks and then mate. Check. King there. Check. Knight takes and then mate. Mate in 1. Check to pull that down and then mate. Oh, he blocks and we take again. I feel like they should prioritize puzzles that aren't mate in 1. Just always. Right? What's going on here? This is just met with that. Should still lead to mate with the queen, but not the mate we want. mean, that's the only check we've got. Is it not? Free bishop. Oh. Can't take back anyway. Check, takes, check, mate. But it's not double bishop. Bishop sacrifice for mate. But now that I've seen them throw a few Bowden's mates into the double bishop mate pool, I'm not sure that that's not the solution. Yeah. Like, I was looking at a puzzle for a solid 3 or 4 minutes before I finally decided to do a move that was a Bowden's mate, and it was correct. Like, I'm in a themed puzzle section and they had a wrong puzzle in here. So now, who knows if there's something I'm missing here or if they've just screwed up again. But that's the only check. Queen's hanging. Pretty shitty position to be in. I mean, it's not forced mate immediately, but it's not far away. And even if I let him take that, I don't have anything. Blocks with the queen. That's why I didn't see it, because it's a fucking robot move. No human does that. To check, he doesn't take because that's mate. So instead he blocks with the queen for mate in the same amount of moves. Like, this was the only move we had. And then... yeah, playing a bot. Like to move. This guy's in the way. To check. He has to block. Mate. Same thing, I think. Check, he can block. Check, if he blocks. This check pulls it back. We can't block because that would be mate straight up. So check, the king moves over and then mate. Still weird to me that there can be 2 checkmates in the same amount of moves. And he just plays into the one that we need. Check, blocks, and then take. Check. There's not much. Yeah. I mean, only at themed puzzles. I'm not that great at playing yet. So this is the puzzle I ran into before. So a double bishop mate is 2 bishops attacking on adjacent lines. This is mate because of this, but they're crisscrossing, which is Bowden's mate. So it's technically you're using 2 bishops, but you're on opposite diagonals, so it's not a double bishop mate as described here. Exactly. So I spent ages trying to work out how the fuck to get this here without getting it taken. Like some crazy route. Push the king back somehow. Obviously there's nothing because it's just this. Mate in one. Check takes mate. And it's easy to look good just doing themed puzzles, so it doesn't really count. Much slower when we do random ones. This. Especially bishop ones, because there's so few options. Yeah, I know, but they've gone out of their way to give you a specific definition for the mate. And then you just get debated. That doesn't work. Oh, so that. I was hoping to see some like crazy difficult one where, 3 or 4 moves and then you promote to a bishop. There's been no bishop promotions as yet. This is just a queen sack. Like I figured that would be how they would add difficulty. But it's not. What's going on here? Check, blocks, check. And that's mate. I guess they're on the same diagonal, but this one's not particularly doing much, is it? I think they're stretching the definition pretty thin. A couple of these. Hey. Like to move. Yeah. Just queen sack. $11 to go. Did I click something wrong, or did it just give me the same puzzle twice in a row? Yeah. I thought this was his rook, but that doesn't make sense. I didn't look at any of the stuff up here, so pretty sure the board didn't change. This is Bowden's mate again. Get a thumbs down. If something doesn't fit the theme, gets a thumbs down. Back to move. There's the other bishop there. Okay. So there's more to this one than... No, it doesn't. So the king can't get back. So this check is met with this. We take king there, and checkmate. Thought there was going to be some weird back rank stuff, but no. We've done this one too. Mate here checks me, so he gets that, and then this. Ought to go. Check. Just blocks. This theme has definitely had the most lowest rated puzzles out of all the themes thus far. Like trending towards a lower overall puzzle score. Okay, that's 100. One to redo, apparently. Why is Bowden's mate way down there? And where's... So I guess it only shows the ones that you... I don't know the logic here, because I did Arabian's mate to like a 2400 level, and that's not here anymore. It's just the most recent things you've come across. What is this? Ah, I vaguely remember that. Check there. It's a shame because I was hoping that spiderweb would just keep expanding and show everything, and then I could slowly grab anything that's lower and pull it to a higher rating. It's just showing an arbitrary 8 numbers, then much less valuable to me. Check. He has to do this. Check. Takes. Check. Isn't that what I did last time when it was this? He does this and he goes back. Then we do this, trade off the rook. This needs to be blocked, and then this is mate. So I think the problem I ran into was that I was looking at this. But then this, and he can't go there because this bishop is guarding there anyway. So he's forced to go that way. And I think what fucked me up last time is that I just forgot this bishop was here and thought the king could go to that square, but it can't. Forced over. Pull the bishop out of the way. And mate. Hey. Yeah. Well, I figured this would be like the overall performance based on the amount of puzzles you've played. But just the average. Maybe if I go... Yeah, double bishop mate, 93 played. Yeah, that's because you've given me fucking Bowden's mates. I like that they call it strengths and improvement areas, not weaknesses. Alright, let's the themes here. So I can probably do back rank mate. Knock that out. So we've done this, and this. So get that out. And then these two after. So I'm going to end stream, change title, fire it up again, just so I segment it. So I'll be back.